Welcome to Reclaiming Your Light. I'm your host, Rachel Gossett. This is a space where healing begins with safety. You can take off the mask and discover the freedom of being your true self. Let's begin reclaiming your light. This is your collective reading for August 2026. I've been feeling pulled to do these monthly readings for you, really just to give you some guidance, some reassurance, and some invitations to look at things in a different way, different light, from spirit, from things that I channel. And when I channel these messages, I can see things, I hear things, I feel things in my body, I just sometimes know things. I also have the ability to smell things or taste things. It's really whatever spirit wants to bring forward at that time. And when I channel these messages for you monthly, my intention is really, what do you need to know at this time for your highest and greatest good and the highest and greatest good of all? And again, these are just invitations for you. These are just some guided messages. And you can take what resonates, leave the rest. And know that whenever you listen to this episode, you are listening exactly when you need to listen to it. All right, so when I tuned into the energy of the collective for August, the word that immediately dropped in was resilience. And Spirit really wants you to take a moment and see how fucking resilient you are. Even though it may not seem like it, especially on those really hard, crunchy, challenging days, but you are extremely resilient. And just take a moment and reflect along your timeline here. And think about all of those hard times that you've encountered, those lessons, those griefs, those challenges, and think about how you powered through those situations. Think about who you became from those situations. Because remember, when we get triggered, when we go through challenges, when we go through these lessons of life, they are not happening to you. They are happening for you. There is a reason for everything. And we may not see it at that time because we're in it deep. And that's okay. And go through all the feels, go through all the emotions. But the key is to begin to learn how you can move through that, and then to shift your perspective of, wow, what am I here to learn? What does Source want me to get? Again, and especially if you're seeing repeating patterns and behaviors, Source continues to present these challenges to you to help you move through it and learn from it. So resiliency. Just take a moment and think about, again, all of those hard times, and think about how you've crawled out of the dark hole, is the way they're showing it to me. How you hopped back on that surfboard when the wave knocked you down. Because I guarantee there is resiliency within you, even though it may not feel like it during those hard times. I'm going to pull some cards from Wisdom of the Oracle. I'll pull 3 cards from this deck. I love the number 3. I'm a little OCD with the number 3. I like to do everything in multiples of 3, especially the volume. My car needs to be a multiple of 3. I know, crazy quirk. We all have them, and that's what makes us so freaking unique. All right, I'm just shuffling the deck and really tuning in again. What do you need to hear at this time for the month of August 2026 for your highest and greatest good and the highest and greatest good of all? All right, this one's popping out. Ooh, okay. Why? So there is an image here of a woman bending over. She is picking up a book. There's question marks all over the place. There's angel wings. She even has wings. The sun is shining, and in the sky, there's an image of a person. So immediately when I see the image of the person, I think this is your higher self. So when you go through those hard times and you're reflecting on that resiliency, and you're shifting the mindset of this is happening for me, ask yourself the question, why? Get curious. And with curiosity, there's no room for judgment. That inner critic has a really hard time coming in when you're just staying curious. Be like Curious George. I just saw Curious George pop in. One of my favorite cartoons growing up, one of my favorite cartoons my children love. How can you be curious like Curious George? And continuing to ask your questions in a way to present that curiosity. Why am I experiencing this, right? What lesson am I supposed to learn at this time? What is going on here? Or even say if you get triggered and you're not feeling very resilient in that moment, notice in your body, where is this happening in my body? Why am I getting triggered? What is coming up? What thoughts, what situations, what circumstances are coming up? And the image of the face that I see in the sky is really, for me, that higher self. When you can tune out the noise, the outside noise, and tune into your inner voice, tune into your higher consciousness, then you can really get crystal clear on the why, on the curiosity questions that you have with these certain situations that are going on. Because ultimately, the truth lies within you. The truth is not external, the truth is within. And sometimes we are in it too deep. Sometimes that inner critic speaks a little too loud. Sometimes you just get so disconnected that you don't even recognize what your body is trying to tell you, what your body is trying to say to you. But when step by step, take those little, they're showing me baby steps. And when you take those baby steps to begin to listen to your body, to what she's saying, when you begin to listen to what your nervous system is trying to tell you instead of the mind, then you're creating space to really hear your intuition, to really hear your higher self in these moments that you can tune into. Because again, all the answers lie within you. But for you, times for me as well, it's just the outside noise just gets too fucking loud and you cannot hear what your higher self is trying to tell you. So this is a beautiful invitation to pause and to take a step back and see how you can begin to connect to your body in very simple ways. Again, where are you feeling it in your body? Give it a shape, give it a color, give it a texture. Notice if there's any tightness or clenching, stomach pains or anxiety, overwhelm, heaviness in the chest, tightness in the jaw and the shoulders and the neck, right? A headache. And notice what thoughts or memories are coming forward. But again, meet it with curiosity. Okay. So let's move on to the next. And also, I just noticed the number on the card is 31, and then 3 plus 1 is 4. And 4 is really a number that connects with foundation. And when you begin to have this foundation with yourself, this foundation of curiosity, this foundation of creating more space so you can connect to your higher self, and that really is such a beautiful foundation for you to continue to move forward in your life and to see things in a different perspective, in a different light. And I just got chills on my body, and I feel spirit is showing up on my left side is very strong. All right, let's pull card number 2 for you. Again, I'm using Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. She has some really great cards. Love her stuff. All right, this one's peeking out. Okay, number 27, exchanging gifts. So I love this. I love this. So what I am feeling here as far as exchanging gifts is making sure that you have this balance of giving and receiving. Because if you're just always gifting, if you're always giving, that is going to be exhausting. That is going to feel draining. And then you're going to feel, okay, well, why isn't this being reciprocated back to me? So Spirit is just, I feel this is such a gentle reminder of making sure to have that balance. So they're showing me a scale. And you don't want to have more of one or the other, really having that balance. And then also I feel called to say this, not to give something to someone with the expectation to receive it back. How can you give more freely, more fully, without the expectations, again, of receiving? The card, there's a lot of pink in the card. And for me, the pink is just a lot of divine feminine as well, connecting to that feminine energy, connecting to that self-love and self-compassion. And I know for me, for a very long time, it was hard to receive gifts. I love to give, but it was very hard to receive. And it caught up with me energetically. And again, Spirit is just reminding you to make sure you have that balance. So you may also love to give, and it could be really hard to receive. And if it's really hard for you to receive, get curious as to why is it hard to receive. Perhaps there was an incident in your childhood. Maybe you had some experiences with your family, the dynamics of your family, or something that in your school. Could even be something that happens as a young adult or an adult with work. And yeah, just continue to really tune into that energy. The number on the card is 27. 2 plus 7 is 9. And 9 is things are wrapping up, things are coming to an end, things are coming to completion. And I feel for you that you are really going to step into this new way of exchanging gifts, of giving and receiving, and being more open to receive. And a lot of it too, I feel from my lived experience and what is being channeled right now, has to do with your heart space. I'm feeling very drawn, my hands to my heart. What is your relationship with self? How is your relationship with self-love, self-compassion? It's a little sticky. Is it non-existent? Is it something you can continue to work on? Or is it a really thriving relationship? So again, get curious about that. And all of these things really continue to help you build that resiliency in your life and how you continue to show up every day. Let's pull the final card from this Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Again, what do you need to hear at this time for your highest and greatest good and the highest and greatest good of all? And when I shuffle these cards, I usually just intuitively, whatever is jumping out, sometimes there's a jumper card. Okay, here we go. A change in the wind. Change in the wind. So it's a picture of a zebra. There is a tower. It's very windy. There is, kind of looks like a fairy in the tower as well. So change in the wind. I want to feel that things may not go as planned. A situation may occur that was unexpected. And I feel Spirit is just saying, let's try to go with the flow. to really channel the energy of water, so to speak, right? Water just flows wherever it needs to go. And how can you begin to have more flow in your life, especially if, say, you're planning something or things are just happening and then all of a sudden a challenge is dropped right in front of you, a situation, whatever it may be, something that was unexpected. How are you going to handle that? Is it something that's going to be triggering? Is it something that you welcome with open arms? Is it something that you're going to resist or contract? And again, just get curious with these things. And I feel called to say that change is good. I know change is fucking hard, but change is good. Change is so needed for your growth, for your expansion, for you to continue to step into your authenticity, into your power, to become more embodied with yourself. Change is essential so you don't get stagnant. They're showing me a piece of moldy cheese. Oh, now they just showed me the cheese from Diary of a Wimpy Kid, if you know that movie or that series, the dreaded cheese slice that's in the playground. So, again, when there's a change in the wind, when there's a change in the direction of your path, of the course, of something coming up, how are you going to handle that? Right? Channel that inner resiliency, channel the desire to move through it because you know it is happening for you. It's not happening to you. And the number on the card is number 12, and 1 + 2 is 3. I don't remember the significance of number 3, but go ahead, Google it. I'm learning numerology and those numbers, the meanings, and as I learn, I will share with you. So let's just sum it all up. The word that came through was resiliency, to really take a moment and to look through your timeline and to recognize all those hard, crunchy moments and how you move through them, you powered through them, and you really cultivated that resiliency. Because I know there are moments where you probably don't even realize that you are so incredibly resilient. And when things are happening, just ask why, ask questions, be curious. So there's no room for that judgment. Be sure to have the balance of exchanging, of making sure you give and receive equally. And if situations change or ideas or desires change or plans change, go with the flow, move like water, see what opportunities are waiting for you. Because again, Source is giving you things for you to learn so you can grow and expand into your true authentic self. I'm actually getting pulled towards this deck that I have called The Power of Surrender Cards by Dr. Judith Orloff. And I'm feeling I am feeling called to pull a card from this deck to just bring it all together. Maybe there is a theme for you to surrender this month to help you to cultivate that mindset of resiliency, of curiosity, of self-love and compassion, to see things in a different light. Oh, this one is almost falling out. Oh, I love this. Surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. This is so incredibly beautiful. And on this picture of this card, this woman, she is standing both in light and dark. So this really ties it all in together for your messages of this month. So when you are in darkness, when you are experiencing those challenges, know that there is always light. And you can actually have both at the same time, grief and joy at the same time. It can exist. And you can't have one without the other. We need that duality. And when you do have that change in the wind, the change in your plans, surrender to, wow, okay, Spirit, Source, God wants me to go this way, wants me to go to the right instead of taking a left. Okay, so let's see what magic is here. And that is the beauty when you really begin to change and shift your mindset. You do see magic and blessings even in those hard times. I absolutely love doing these intuitive readings. If this is something that lights you up, that gave you goosebumps, full body chills, or you're like, fuck yeah, Rach. I offer private one-on-one sessions. Just check out in the show notes, the link to my bio is there. And even if you just want to send me an email, I would love to know how this landed for you. If you feel that a friend could really use this inspiration, this invitation from Spirit for the month of August, please share. I love that. And because the more women that we get to share this with is really going to uplift the women. It's really going to have that ripple effect. And that is my whole intention for this podcast, is to inspire one woman at a time, and for each of you to begin to break those patterns and to receive and to cultivate that unconditional love, nervous system safety, and your authentic living so you can be yourself and show up as yourself. Because guess what? The world needs you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. It truly means more than you know. If today's episode resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you'd follow the show, leave a rating or review, or even share it with someone you love. Every listen, every review, and every share helps this message reach another woman who may be ready to come home to herself. Before you go, let's take one deep belly breath together. Breathe in through your nose, allowing your belly to gently rise. And slowly exhale, releasing anything you no longer need to carry. One more time. A deep breath in, and a slow, gentle breath out. Remember, healing isn't about becoming someone new. It's about creating enough safety to remember who you've been all along. Until next time, keep reclaiming your light.